I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still talk my shit. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still
I'm that bitch.
talk my shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch.
Whatever.
I'm that bitch.
There's different technicalities to the shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch.
I'm just saying, whatever negativity. Hold on. Hello.
Normally like 5 hours away.
Alright.
I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm just playing.
I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm just playing. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm just playing. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. Ooh, why Fashion Nova keep hitting me up though? Cause I'm that bitch. 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 I'm just playing.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Girl. Seriously? That's how we bring babies in now. Is that what we're doing? Is that? Oh, guys, did you guys hear? Chicago Smart's here. Yes. For Chicago, welcome to the world. Your mother is fugazi, okay? She's fugazi, and some even say maybe crazy, okay? Girl, boy, who? What? My God, seriously? Girl, all I got to say is, girl, where your baby daddy? Where your baby daddy? Where is your baby daddy? Because from the looks of it, considering and maybe she has time for a quick edit and a casting call and maybe get the gardener, landscaper, maintenance guy, somebody from Chi-Chi's Pizza, some random, call POF, I don't know, somebody to go to some sort of acting studio where you can rent out hospital rooms and have somebody pretend that they were there other than her sister to help push this baby out, because baby Chicago Smart is here, and I think that the father was not Okay, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Liv finally came out that y'all, she's a mama again for the fourth time. Okay, she's a mama again for the fourth time. This wasn't her first rodeo, guys. This was not her first rodeo. And this was her fourth delivery, just like Jazzy. Jazzy's got twins. For those of you like, no, Jazzy's got 5 kids. No, Jazzy has 4 births. Okay. Um, girl. But at the end of the day, Liv, girl, a lot of people still don't care. And a lot of people still don't believe that you even had a baby. I mean, me personally, I know you had a baby because you and homie were doing it like crazy over the summer. And it just fit. Like you're just that type of chick. You will, if you hadn't been with Gerard as long as you were, you'd probably have 10 kids. I'm just gonna say it like that. I don't see you as keeping up on birth control. I don't see you as the type. I see you as a trophy collector, and that you enjoy a man, and that you would have collected just as many babies and as many baby fathers as you needed to. Okay. But luckily, you had a man that tried to make you into an honest woman and came through on his promises and wifed you up in 2022. Like, that's no small feat in 2020 or 2019, whenever it was you got married. Um, for a man to marry you, he must have thought something of you, but we see how that turned out. But Liv, congratulations, girl. Congratulations. Guys, in case you didn't know, in case you don't have your notifications set, I know some of you are done with Liv. It's in the comments, it's everywhere, and we will go through those. I'm gonna have to do a massive addressing the comments. But these two figured out a way. Hi, KP. Good morning, honey. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. KP, I kept missing you. I think a live last week. I think I missed you, hun. But welcome, welcome back, Bougie. Good morning, Aisha Gray. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. I did not give individual good mornings today. You guys know I love you. Give yourself a big hug from me and look to the left, look to the right, say hello to a friend, and say good morning in the bushes. Y'all hit that like button, okay? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, okay? Good morning, guys. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Look, look, guys. You guys do what you want. Shay, good morning, boo boo. How are you? Hi, Latoy, Riza. Good morning, all of my bougie gang. Camila Sweden. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Okay. Um, y'all, I'm sorry. In your 30s, it's time to button things up a little bit. In your 20s, that's when you get to be wild and do silly things. In your 30s, when you have opportunity, you live in one of the wealthiest countries. You may not be the wealthiest person, but you live in one of the wealthiest countries in the world with the most opportunity, the cheapest education, okay? Systems in place for mothers to be able to get high school diplomas. um did I say Latoya? Good morning, Latoya. Hey, boo boo. Why in the world? I mean, I don't know, girl. Do y'all do what you want to do? All I'm saying is this, Olivia, girl, ain't no need to be shamed now, okay? Kitten Zombie, good morning. Once Upon a Twin Mom Life, good morning. Miss Brader Life, good morning. Victoria Love, good morning. Ashanti, Sigley Sweets, good morning, ladies. Good morning. Mom of Twinsies, good morning. Let me see. I said, let me go ahead and say good morning, everybody. Me and Four, good morning, hun. Good morning, V. Good morning, IDGAF. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Rose of Sharon. Hi, boo boo. Good morning, NCANT. Good morning. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. I think I got everyone so far that's in the chat. Aisha Gray. Good morning. KP is on her Grizzy. Good morning. Good morning to the West Coast. Good morning. Elizabeth Cruz, good morning, dear. How are you? Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button for me, okay? Guys, let's not forget 5252. That's the day that Zolo Bands and Liv decided to jump into bed and make Baby Chicago. She says the baby's name is AJ. First it was JJ. Girl, we don't know. We don't know. Girl, we don't know. We just gonna slow clap on it. Olivia, at the end of the day, there were probably like a million babies born yesterday across the globe. So I'm not gonna say nobody cares, but okay. There was like a million babies born. So thank you for bringing another boy to the table. We appreciate that because there are many, many girls out here and we do need more boys. Okay? That's something that we always need. I think God created it that way that there's always going to be more women than men. So thank you for adding to our male population because one day, God willing, this young baby will turn into a husband, a father, a leader, a somebody, okay? And your legacy, and your legacy, okay? So let's hope. Let's hope for the best for this baby, because we do need boys. That's one thing we do need, always, right? And lots of strong young girls, right? Um, and what else can I say? Girl, you chose like I don't even know. I mean, the funny thing to me, this is my first impressions of the live she did last night. I just want to say this real quick before we like really jump all the way in. My thing is this: if you chose to have a baby on your own terms, and this was not your first rodeo, this was not your first pregnancy, this was not your first whatever, why in the world did you feel like you needed to have a baby shower like it was? Why did you feel like you needed to play with everybody, and you didn't have to drop all of your information, but at the end of the day, like, you left it very much, you know, that people were very questioning your pregnancy. Like, was she pregnant? Was she not pregnant? So you did that on purpose. I mean, that's at the end of the day, you did that on purpose. That's if by your own terms you meant a shit show, well then congratulations, because that's exactly what you did. And that's why nobody really cares. And the way that you love to, like, to me, if I really didn't care about what some reactors were saying, I wouldn't acknowledge them. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I don't care what some reactors say about me. I don't even think about them until somebody mentions something in my chat or somebody decides to send me a note, because I don't go over there. I don't think about it. I don't watch it. I don't process it. It doesn't fuel me. None of it, unless someone decides to just drop it in front of me or I go over there and I'm looking. Okay. So why are you still watching reaction videos? I would think as a woman who already got 3 kids reassigned that you would be squarely focused on this baby so the father doesn't swoop in with any sort of questions, okay? Okay? That's what I would be. Me personally, that's what I would be doing because I would not want to run the risk of another man coming in to swoop in because girl, yeah, if, from the looks of it, there wasn't no man present in that delivery room. And sips coffee. Okay. I mean, no offense. It is what it is. Get it how you live. But if you are dolo solo with baby Zolo, girl, that's your business, girl. That's what you wanted. When you broke up with that guy for the 15 millionth time and you threw bleach on him and you told him that you terminated, I mean, you couldn't expect anybody to be over there. He's got a whole nother woman and they're over there like, is that the baby? Is that not the baby? But what I can tell you from my point of view is one of the most despicable things a woman can do is to withhold a baby from the true father. So if you are over there with that man's baby, girl, Guys, Olivia's had the nerve to say, guys, you like my short hair? Girl, you been had that short hair. You just, and it's not short, obviously. It's called medium length. But you obviously went to Supercuts or somewhere. Someone gave you $30 and you went, maybe you went to JC Penney's and got a trim. I mean, girl, or you got it done at Ulta. You went to Ulta, Supercuts, one of those places where you don't have a regular hairstylist and got your hair trimmed because you did not get a professional do because nobody would have you out here with a damn ponytail square on the top of your head split in half like that because it looks awful. So, I mean, probably Raquel chopped it for you. We don't, girl. What you need to understand is that nobody is coming to you for fashion or hair influence. Okay. People are coming to this channel for what not to do. Okay. Oh, you think it's clip ins? It's still bundles in there. Okay, girl, some clip ins. Okay, girl, girl. You know she had to come through because Vita, these girls hate to be called out on the BS, so they don't like that. And Liv was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull out the big guns. Jazz, I'm gonna pull out the big guns. I know we've all failed at Vita. How about I go ahead and put out the birth video? Because girl, we got to get these views. We picked 2 channels just to look like we were collabing, but you know it's just me and you collabing. We should have just collabed together. We should have just forgot about Key and Tierra. Because girl, they're not getting any views. You know, he's over there trying to show out, and I got to, and girl, she put her birth video up, so maybe I should put my birth video up. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Maybe I need to go ahead and let everyone know what they needed to know, what they wanted to know, and I can go ahead and get my views because Key is not going to win over me by showing her birth video, and it's just not going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my videos up because that she's not going to score on me. Okay? Miss True, what do you think? Miss True, Miss True, do you have a word for us this morning? Let me drop this phone line. Who's got a word? Does anybody have a word this morning? BougieGang, what's going on? What's going on, BougieGang? Did I crack the code? Rose of Sharon. Rose of Sharon, did I crack it? Was Olivia forced her hand because she can't let Key +3 come up over her and be queen baby B? Loving myself. Good morning, boo boo. 14 months. BougieGang certified. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Girl, is that what happened? Is that what they had to do? Was that what they? I hope I got the right pictures on here. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, loving myself. KP. Oops. Am I on? I'm on the wrong thing, girl. Okay. You know, stank long. Okay, I just pinned the call in if anybody wants to call in. I think I correct the code. You know, stank long leg booty need all the attention. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um yes, V, congrats. V, good morning, boo boo. I think I said good morning. Guys, if you did not know, now you know. Liv had her secret baby with Zolo bands. Okay. Liv, you know, this is what I want to know. First of all, maybe she'll never, girl. I almost don't want to ask my questions because purposely, we already know. Liv, I know you're in the bushes. Hit the like button. Don't be a hater. Do not be a hater. Okay. Ooh, calls are lining up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me if I didn't pick your call first, just hold on, okay? Good morning. Let me move this so everybody can see your beautiful face. Let me do this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yes. Yes. Nicole, I got you backstage, hon. KP, good morning. KP, I don't think your mic is on, baby. Maybe you're on mute. Hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Microphone check.
Yes.
Okay. I think that Liv had her baby when Nisha said she had the baby a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that night when she was doing her Harry Potter cape, when she
Right.
was moaning and groaning, like
Yeah,
maybe the baby could be a month old.
No, I think she had the baby at that time. I think she was going into labor then, and you know, when I saw her birth video, it was kind of, you know, I kind of felt, I'm not going to say sad because I kind of have the similar experience with one of my you know, my second child. I was at the hospital, but I had my mother and my child was able to be there, but it looked very different. She looked sad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not clapping my hands at it or anything, but I definitely think Zola's the father for sure.
Yeah. So IDGAF is saying, I guess she caught a glimpse of something. Computer said 3-9. And that's them. I mean, that would be my guess, possibly. I don't know. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're just speculating. This is something to talk about. Olivia seems to think that people really, really, really care. And maybe there's someone is out there that does. Olivia, your show, see, I even say it like that. It's a soap opera to me. Like I know you're a real person and I know you put the drama on for us to enjoy and entertainment and understand that's what it is for a lot of us. We don't care. If I saw you in Walmart today, we don't have beef, boo-boo. I don't care.
So,
You're
Frank,
just
can
a
you tell
chick
me
who,
sorry, go
huh?
ahead. Can you
She's
tell me
just
the
someone who posts
timeline
on the internet. Huh?
Can you tell me the timeline on when Robin got her hair straightened and then when Olivia made this birth video? Was it close?
Oh no. Well, I don't know when she produced the video, we don't know. She put the video up last night. Robin
Right.
got her hair straightened this weekend for Easter.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't think it happened in that timeline.
No, I don't think it happened in that timeline too, but I just feel like every time something happens fun with the kids or they're sharing something on that end that she hasn't done before, because, you know, I did go see Hose of YouTube video of Robin's hair. And remember when Olivia said that she couldn't, she's like, oh, it's only gonna last for one day. I think she's narcissistic and she always has to do something to try to, like, you know, look at me. Yeah, one-upper. Because Robin's hair looks amazing. It looks better than Olivia's hair, actually. You know, it's thick. And I just really feel like she's like, you know what? I need to one-up. Exactly. I need to
And I
one-up
don't think
this.
so much, my impression wasn't so much that she's, and Nicole, hold on for us, okay? I don't think she was so much one-upping Robin and the debut of her hair. I think she's trying to one-up the parenting that Gerard, you know how women want to do not even just women, but maybe men get the pleasure of taking their kid for their son for the first haircut, or women enjoy boys that have long hair. They want to keep it long as possible, so they only, or moms only braid their kid. Like, nobody does my daughter's hair but me, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I make all the arrangements. And as a woman and your eldest daughter going to get maybe her first hairstyling, as far as we know, that she missed that opportunity. She didn't get that opportunity either. Nisha probably arranged it, let's be real. Even if Gerard took her and paid for it, all of those things, whether Gerard took her or Nisha took her, as a woman, as a mother, she missed out on that opportunity to take her eldest to the hairdresser. And
well, I think when it comes to our ethnic hair, she misses out on a lot of opportunities. You know, the reason why I was inspired to do a parody, I mean, I don't have it up anymore, is because, you know, she put so much time and effort into her hair. And as, you know, as Black people, we, you know, it's in our roots. It's like we take pride in it's love, it's tender loving care. It's like we take pride in loving
Well,
and
it's
caring
quite
for
as
our
kept.
parents.
Everybody does. I mean, all of our counterparts do. I mean,
Right.
Asian women take very
You're
beautiful care
right.
of their hair. Caucasian women do. Everybody
Right.
seems to love their hair. Like it's our crown and
It's our
glory.
crown. You're
And
right.
I think most men feel a certain way about their hair, no matter they wear their hair short, they wear it long, all of
Yep.
that. We all
Yeah, my 10-year-old
embrace
son,
our
he doesn't want
hair.
to cut his hair. He doesn't want to cut it right now. He's going through this phase and he's like, "No, mom, I don't want to cut my hair." And I'm like, "It's getting
Yeah,
kind of crazy." And he's like, "I don't care. I like it like this." And I'm like, "Okay."
yeah. So, let me, KP, if you want to stay on, just hold on a second. Let me let Nicole on. She has a comment. Do you mind?
I don't mind,
Okay,
Mom.
hold on. Good morning, Nicole. How are
Good
you?
good morning, Fran. Good morning, Bougie Gang. I am a North Carolinian, and
Yay. Good
so
morning,
good morning.
Carolina girl.
And just want to let you know I love your platform, love your just everything about the Bougie Gang and everything. But I just want to say a
Oh,
couple
thank you.
things. Yes, ma'am. One, if you noticed in one of her post or one of her videos, she said that no one's going to tell Olivia Johnson when to have another baby. And I think that that was very key, because I think that this baby is out of spite. I
Hmm.
think that this, unfortunately, the baby's a blessing, yes, but I think that the whole purpose behind her coming out with this video is because her hand was forced by Nisha. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
you know,
Nisha told the secret. She dropped the tea. Yes.
and so
Absolutely.
she kind of forced her hand. And then, to be honest, deep down, I think that she wants to show this baby. I think she wants to prove, because that she is a quote unquote fit mother. And I think the purpose is because, unfortunately, Olivia is a 14-year-old in a 30-something-year-old's body, and she
Hmm.
that is her only identity, is the fact of her making babies and being overly sexual. And I think that that's what we see constantly. As you see, it's coming out more and more. Like, I think that's a part of her identity. And I think that that is why she is always going to always put emphasis on being a mother or having a child. That's why we see all of this back and forth, because she doesn't know who she is. And, I think that's kind of clear as day. And also, I want to say, this hair is a wig. It is pieces. She needs to stop. She has
Hmm.
probably lost some of her hair because of all the baby stuff. When you have a baby and your hair can thin, I think that she's just overly sexualizing herself, because she knows what's coming down the line, because Gerard's going to marry Nisha. He's going to marry her. And
And why not? I mean,
right,
this woman has, if he, I'm gonna say it like this, not why not, but if he truly loves her and she is the woman for him and she has stood by him through all
right,
of this bullshit, because honestly, me personally, I would never have dated a guy with 3 kids and a crazy baby mama. Me
right,
personally, I wouldn't have done it.
right,
So if that's who she loves and that's who she
It
right,
wants to
must
be
be
with,
love
good
for
for her.
sure.
And if he loves her, he should honor her for as much as she has done. Because
right,
this woman has been and I'm going to say it like this, don't come for me, loyalty gang, but she has stepped in the gap as a co partner
yeah,
and a mother like figure, I'm assuming, because I'm sure she is helping in that household, period.
right, right,
So, one way or the other, whether it is cooking dinners, whether it is supplying extra income, this man is not doing it by himself, and I'm sure he
right.
could, but he doesn't have to because he's got a partner. And she does deserve to get wifed up if that is what they want. She definitely deserves that.
Yes, and
Olivia didn't want to be his wife, so
right.
why not allow him to have a wife that wants to be there?
And this is the thing, another thing too, Fran, I think also too, I think, as my mom used to tell me, this is kind of old school, don't give someone the ammunition and you get mad because you're getting shot. Olivia
Okay.
gave the ammunition
Yeah.
through her videos, through all of her, she gave, unfortunately, Nisha and Gerard the grounds legally, in all areas, because of, she documented it. So she can't blame anybody but herself.
We were
Who?
telling her,
Yeah, go ahead.
the reaction community was telling her every day, girl, stop, girl,
Yeah,
stop, girl, stop, girls,
Yeah, she had many
everybody.
warnings, and her coworker threw her under the bus. Her coworker contacted her husband. So
Yeah.
exactly. So, like I said, I don't want to hold you up for. I just want to let you know that at the end of the day, you reap what you sow. I get so upset
This is the
about.
harvest.
Yes, and I get so upset about her making godly references. I know no one's perfect,
I
but it's
know.
like, how are you going to, in one, do a scripture and a verse, and you're concerned that you're confused about God's messaging, but yet again, He's telling you all throughout this process, baby, get it together. But you are
Right.
so delusional and so misled, and and that it's just unbelievable. So anyway,
I
thank
mean,
you for letting. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't have so much of a problem with that. She's lost. And
Right,
when
right,
people are lost and don't have the word, they don't have God in their life, but
true.
they know that God exists and they know that they want it, they grasp, okay? The fact that she doesn't have it all down perfect, that's okay. I don't
Yeah,
care so much about that cuz I'm not perfect either,
true.
even though I was raised in
Yeah.
church and all of those things doesn't make me a better Christian than her. But at the
Right,
end of the day, what she has to understand is that you don't understand what you're talking about. Like,
right. That part.
just get yourself educated, soak it
That
in,
part.
stop trying to figure it out because the one thing about this life is that if you live long enough, the answers will be revealed. All of
That's
this, I don't know
right.
if God's doing this. I don't know if God's doing that. I
Yes.
don't know. No, 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 no. When God wants you to know, when the devil
Yes,
wants you to know, you will know, honey. You will
that's right.
know. But at the
Yeah,
end of the day, it's all God because no
right.
matter what, if it's
True.
good or evil, if the Lord opens up the door for you to have the experience you need to have to get the testimony at the end of the day.
And
So
sometimes God closes the door on things like a marriage that's not
Yeah,
working.
right,
right,
And maybe even though they were able to have beautiful children, maybe she wasn't meant for him and he wasn't meant for her. Maybe
right.
this is God's plan.
This,
right. But
that could have been the season, the calling to produce the
right,
babies and have that section of your life and close out. I was having this conversation with a friend the other day. This chapter is over. I mean,
Hmm.
it's
yes,
such a definite, like, to the mommies. We see like strong mommy Chrissy. There's really not a whole lot to talk about. How much more can we talk about? This woman has like seven,
Right.
8 baby daddies. Do we
true.
really care? Like, anyone who is looking on this topic can watch a myriad of videos.
Right,
And it's not to disgrace the woman. She has done that herself, if that's how she feels. If she feels like having 7 fathers for all her children, that's her business. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying?
right,
If
Mhm.
right,
Jasmine wants to have 6 babies and have another baby with a man who historically leaves the women that give him babies, girl, go ahead. Go ahead. If Olivia wants to keep having babies, with whomever from POF, girl, be my guest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But and the only no, I totally agree with you, friend. My thing is though, when you make your bed, lie in it. That's my only thing.
Right.
oh, right.
If you're gonna be a big
Absolutely.
girl, put
Like,
on big girl
yeah, I
panties.
I agree.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I want to
No,
talk.
go ahead, KP. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I've shared a little bit of my story on my platform about how I'm on my second divorce, and my soon-to-be ex-husband, he told me, "Well, you said you could do it all by yourself," and he's right. I did say that, and I am, facing the consequences of what I said I wanted to do all by myself, and
Right.
that's just what it is.
And again, I'm not expecting her to take to take personal accountability, excuse me, for what she's doing. But I just want to say, if you're going to do this life, if you're going to blog, if you're going to be but my concern again, like you said, is I don't have to be a part of it, but I'm just saying, if you're about that life, you're a boss, you know what, you're doing this, you're doing that, and you're making moves, then go and do that. But don't try to fall back and double back and say, hey, I need, 4 baby showers, or I need cash apps, or I need, like, if you're going to do
Right,
this
because it
life,
didn't add up.
it did
It
exactly
didn't add
that
up. You've got this successful guy who is supposed to be shot. You've got this Jamaican cop with a big family who dotes over him. This is the first of his children,
right.
and you are begging the internet for cribs and diapers.
No, it's because hobo bands is the pappy.
Like,
That's what.
at the end of the day, to me, a baby shower, I'm sorry, unless you are indigent or you are a very young lady and don't have a lot, and I mean just your first, you know what I mean, your first. This is a woman who's in her 30s, like she said, with 3 other children, 3 other pregnancies. A baby shower should be gifts. It should be christening gowns. It should be
Yes.
piggy banks. It should be
And
toys.
what
It
is the
should be
grandmother? What
all
is
of
the
the
grandmother
things.
doing?
She
You
she
know?
needed necessities. She
Exactly.
asked for necessities. That told me you didn't have shit. And it
Right.
told me that the father wasn't buying anything. You said the father got all of these things at his house.
Exactly.
But why are you a grown woman and planning 2 households with a grown man who has a professional job and a whole West Indian family that's gonna be like, that baby not staying over there. We coming to
Right.
get the
Right.
baby like as soon as you're up on your feet, we're coming to help.
But you know what's interesting is that she was you notice it's like a slippery slope, and this has to do with narcissist, her being a narcissist and attention getting. It's like, oh, I'm never going to talk about the baby, and I'm never going to do this, I'm never going to do that. But you notice as time flows by, it's just going to continue to get more and more, and we're going to eventually see that baby, and we're going to eventually, because she can't help herself, because it's like a drug. She has to be able to be in the mix, and this is her only content. So just watch. I'm just going to wait and see about this school she's supposed to start, this business. I'm just going to be very interesting to see. But again, it will always be an up contest with Gerard. She'll always want to do that. So that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you so much,
Thank
Nicole.
you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.
KP, hold on one second. Nicole, thank you so much, hon.
Thank you.
Okay, take care, babe. KP. So when you mentioned about you stating at one time with your husband that you could do it on your own, tell us, I mean, without telling too much of your business, or just talk to us about it. Because there's a lot of people out here that don't realize, our men can get their feelings hurt just like we can. And sometimes when a man does not feel like, one of the number one jobs for a man is to protect and to provide. And when a woman rejects that and says, I can do it on my own, they feel not needed. Was that one of the things that happened when you made that, when you stated that to your husband? Did that kind of change things for you guys? KP, you're on mute, hun.
I just got excited. My baby's daddy, he fixed my car and he just walked in.
Oh, hey.
I'm sorry. Come on. I'm going to show him off real quick.
Okay. Come on.
Baby daddy. It's okay. You look like a man. Say hi to everybody.
And he's like, okay, you looking like a woman. Hello, sir. How are you? Did you know that your baby mom is on this internet making people laugh and entertaining people all over the globe?
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
She's made
I'm
very.
like, I gotta go, y'all.
You two actually look alike a little bit.
Well, we grew up together, but
Okay.
we're not related.
Okay. All right, because we were getting
We
ready to
have
break some
babies.
tea on that. Wait a second. We were like, wait a second, KP, hold on. Okay.
No, it's not my brother.
Okay,
Well, you guys,
it's nice
I'm
to
gonna be
meet
listening,
you.
but I'm gonna drop down.
Absolutely. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you too.
Take care.
Bye.
All right. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Where did she
So
go?
what do you think of the new news?
I'll be right back. Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine, baby.
I'm at work, so I'm trying to run out.
Girl, get your coins. You know I will never. Coins are important.
Amen. Okay. I had to run out and do this real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. So, I had three kids, three small children.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest one is 5. My twins are 8 months apiece. So,
Okay.
my first one was kind of like a live kind of story,
Mm-hmm.
not the strolling on social media to find a dude, but I had a baby to keep a man.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really work out that well. Okay, so went back for a second time, had twins by him, so it really didn't work out the way I planned it. So I kind of I understand the mental capacity that Liv is going through. It's just what I don't agree with her and Jasmine. I don't agree with how they're going about it because it makes us as Black women on social media look a certain way. Because at the end of the day, like for us, if I'm not on social media, they're presenting a cover of Black women that's needy, uh, begging, just that front of women that's on social media. For Olivia, it's just for her, I think she just wanted a like, I think for her mentally, she thought that she was gonna get those light skinned, light
And
eyed babies.
she might did. I mean, I hate to say,
Yeah,
girl, she
she
might
did.
do that part.
And I
She
think
actually may have that right now.
she got what she was looking for. It's just she has to show that she loves the kids that she had before. But I think it's like a situation with Stinkerbug, with like you see how Jasmine dotes on the last baby she has versus the 4 babies prior to. This might
Hmm.
be a situation that's with Liv. Like she may dote on this baby more than the other babies. Like she said, "Thank you for saving my life." I can't say, "Oh, my first child saved my life more than the other 2 I had." They all, I love them all equally. I'm grateful for all of them equally
Hmm.
because without them, I wouldn't be a mother. But it's just for her. I think it's like I really believe that Liv is a colorist. I'm not sure if it's the right way to put it, but I really believe that she was a colorist.
Yeah, I Liv doesn't understand the term colorist. She will just go and say racist. Now,
Yes.
it could either be she understands it or she's just trying to use kind of a talking point to get around, like when you say someone, like when someone says someone is a Karen, people immediately think it's like racist towards white women. Any woman of any color can be a Karen. It's just that Karens were initially identified as a white woman, but anybody who knows anything knows that a Karen can be anybody. It's a snitching ass, talk too much, busybody, neighbor, coworker, female, doing the most, and usually results in them calling the police on people for no good reason at all. And that
Amen.
doesn't just mean a white woman. That's just a woman that we call Karen. Just like
I
Becky
just
with the good hair. Okay. Becky with the good
exactly.
hair could be anybody.
I just
Um,
wish that for
yeah.
her, for just them in general, because it's just like she felt like, honestly, I feel like she came out with a birth vlog for 2 reasons. Nisha blew up her spot, and Jasmine was receiving too much attention because it seems like it's always a
Well,
battle with them.
Key put out a birth video. Key put out a 6-month-old birth video. Okay? Like, let's talk about that too. Like, you're doing veto with a person who's got 10 times less subscribers than you for what? I don't know. Who's not getting any views. Tiara's not getting it compared to what they get, no views. And
Hmm.
Key puts out a video. Um, and here comes Olivia all of a sudden. But yes, Nisha blew up the spot. Nisha had Liv shook 2 weeks ago
Yeah,
at the period, right? She had her shook.
because
Olivia didn't even know what to do with herself.
she knows that she had a baby by Zolo, and she couldn't, like, when she went to court and she told him that she told the judge that that was her coworker. She couldn't basically say that that was her coworker, so that's why she's keeping the baby away from Zolo.
Well, how many people sleep with their coworkers? That's why there's a whole human resources department dedicated to employee engagement when people in these big call centers all start sleeping with each other. Like, how many
Amen.
don't people sleep with coworkers every day? Okay?
And I
Let's
think for
come
her,
on.
it's just like she couldn't, like, for her, she had to keep up the lie. The lie was that that was her coworker, that none of this stuff was true. So she had to keep it
Right.
up. Like she had to, because at the end of the day, like her receiving custody. That's why when she put out the video, she was like, "Oh, I'm so excited about this court hearing. I think everything is gonna go well." And then she went in court and everything didn't go well. And I'm just like, how did you think that it was gonna go well and you thought you were gonna get your kids back when you have all this stuff being played out on YouTube? And I think for her,
Well, also,
she
you
tried to.
didn't obey what the judge asked you to do. The judge told you to get a lawyer and you did not. This was a very serious matter. And the
Mhm.
judge said you needed a lawyer time and time again, and she did not comply.
And I think that they are I don't think that they. I think that they know that she has had probably a psychotic break. I just don't think that they are. They're trying to handle her with kid gloves because her psyche is so fragile. Her mental capacity is so fragile. Like, because you can see it if you're getting up here and putting tons and tons of makeup on. You have a newborn at home, but you're putting tons and tons of makeup on for what reason? I have no idea. You come on here, either you're looking frazzled, deranged, disheveled, or you come and put tons of makeup on, and then try to figure out what you can do about your hair when you should just let it go. You cut all your daughter's hair off. Why don't you cut your hair off? It doesn't make sense.
Girl. You know, regarding Liv and having the baby alone, you know, when I had my daughter, my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, we weren't married yet, was there, and he left to go and feed the dog and go turn lights on at the house and stuff. Because I went in, they broke my water, that whole thing, but I ended up laboring for like 24 hours. And when he left, he was gone for like about an hour or two handling business. And I'm telling you, that was like the loneliest 2 hours
Mm-hmm.
laying there in the hospital. My sister-in-law ended up coming like 20 minutes after he left. And just her asking me where he was and me having to explain, well, he's at the house feeding little mama, it made me feel a way. And I remember having the awareness. I cannot imagine what this feels like for someone who is actually doing this all by themselves. Like some of the women who don't even have a
And
mom
I
or a sister
and
or
I
a
did
friend
it
to even
twice.
show up for them.
I did that twice. I
Yeah,
had my
I
doula
can't
there the
even
second time,
imagine.
and my
Um,
mother there. But it's no comparison to have the person that you laid down and had a baby with
right.
there, because
Absolutely.
at the end of the day you feel like a burden to other people that they come into the hospital and be sitting with you. You like, wait a minute, the person that helped me create the baby is supposed to be here. So I understand, my heart goes out to her with that aspect, where it's like, okay, you made this bed because at the end of the day, like, you had the person that was going to be there for you no matter what with you.
Hmm.
You just decided to fumble the bag and make your marriage content, and that wasn't supposed to be what happened.
Well, her
You,
story is Gerard took her ability away. She feels like because Gerard handled his body, he was handling hers. When Gerard had his vasectomy, they were not married. Like he was not obligated under marriage contract to keep, like, if she had gone to get her tubes tied and you are not married, you're not obligated. If I wanted to get my tubes tied tomorrow, my husband would have to sign because we're married. If I wanted to go get my tubes tied tomorrow and I was not married, it's nobody's business. When Gerard got his vasectomy and decided he didn't want to have any more children, that was not that was him controlling his body because he had a woman that he knew of a man being of a certain either place in his life or wanting to do things financially, decided he didn't want to have any more kids. And there's nothing wrong with saying 3 kids is enough.
yes,
Like, I guess that's one of the important things when you marry someone, any of you guys out there, if you're going to be with someone who you know wants to put 5 more kids on you and you don't want that, you better think about it, because when you make promises at the altar, you kind of got to keep them unless you guys are on the same page with not. And
and
if
you
somebody
know
wants a
that she was
baby
going
from
to
you,
keep
they want a
on.
baby from you.
Right. And you know she was going to keep on having like she was going to keep on with the pregnancy stories, because even after he had the vasectomy, she was still talking about something that she was pregnant. And she was like, "Oh, that this was before his vasectomy. This was before." And it's just like, okay, yeah, this is the reason why this man got a vasectomy, because
She's
he
crazy
knew.
for a kid.
Yes. And now that she has the kid, it's just like now she's by herself and she's lonely, because I totally understand. Like, she looked like she was like about to break down in tears. I think that that's why the video is so edited and it's so like jumped all over the place, is because she probably broke down a couple times while she was in the hospital, because she's realizing like, dang, I don't have nobody here but my sister.
Right. I
And
did this
I
all by myself, and now I'm gonna
yes,
have to deal with this all. Like, when you take
uh-huh,
everything in your own hands, understand in your own hands it will be. Like,
mm-hmm,
if that's what you wanted, girl, that's what you got. You wanted a baby, you got it. That's
yes.
what you wanted. If you wanted a family, you wanted someone to make family with you, then that's what you should have asked for. But you were asking for a baby, and that's what you got is a baby
My
and a baby.
children's
That's it.
dad told my children's dad tell me all the time. He's like, well, when we do speak, because he's crap, but we're not talking about him. But when he like he'll be like, oh, you can do this on your own, or you tell me you can do this on your own, or you act like you can do everything yourself, and I'm just like, well, I can. Like I've been doing it by myself, but then I have to realize like if you say that, that's what they're gonna think you can do everything on your own,
Look,
and
you're right. I think that men, we talked about this a few minutes ago. Men want to be needed, right? That's
mhm,
part of their job is to protect and to provide for you, right? Obviously, your man, the father of your kids, whether he's your man or not, but the man who fathered your children knows that you got this because you're doing it, right? But
yep,
I think what a man wants to know that you love him, that you need him. Need does not mean pay bills. Need does not mean pay rent or a mortgage. Need does not mean bringing home groceries. All of those things I think encompass in that at a certain point. But when a man wants to know that you need him, he wants to know that you love him. Men are
mhm,
very sensitive. They're more sensitive than even we are, but they have a whole hard exterior. And when you tell a man you don't need him, he doesn't want to be there.
that's why
Okay?
Jazz sitting there in the house, and she's like, oh, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. But what you're missing is Jasmine. He's gonna find a woman that wants to do those things, and then you're gonna sit there and be by yourself because
Absolutely.
it's okay to basically be a damsel in distress sometimes. But you have to be willing to get up and do stuff on your own because at the end of the day, he knew that you was doing that on your own before he got there. Like at
Right.
least put some pep in your step. Don't let the depression get you down because at the end of the day, like he already said before, he had a type coming into the door. You wasn't his type, so he just took a chance on you and said, okay, well, I'll deal with her. Now he has a baby. He has a track record of leaving people, but before the baby turns one, and even after the baby turns one. So she needs to put some pep in her step because if she doesn't even have a real conversation with the man. By the time that she
It's
sits there and talks to him, like he's telling her she's goofy, and I'm just like, how dare you?
Well, number one, how dare you for keeping that in the video? Like, it's like, are you wanting to set people up to hate your man? Or are you just setting yourself up to look stupid? Like, what is your point in putting, like, couples do banter and joke around. So I'm sure he doesn't, look, I'm going to just say it like this. I don't know, Chris. I'm going to just assume that's the way they talk to each other. And between those two, they don't mean any harm. But when Jasmine puts it out to the world to be interpreted, understand that everyone's not going to get the joke and you're going to end up and you can actually look silly, right? Um,
Hmm.
but Chris telling her that she's goofy, we talked about this the other day. Jasmine is at a point where you're not a young girl anymore. You're not a young girl for a couple of reasons. Girl, you got them hips, you got 5 children, you are 30 years old, you've gone to school, you are a grown woman and you need to act
Hmm.
like one. Whether you are giggling on the inside, put your game face on the outside. Chris wants to see a baddie. Like, even though Chris said she wasn't his type, what I'm going to say about his type is, well, if your type is so right, why aren't you with your type? Obviously I must be your type because you're here. Like, we
They
haven't
don't.
broke up. We had a baby. I got
They
you out
don't want
here,
them.
2 jobs. Well,
Right.
let's just look at it from this way. If we want to give Jasmine some gas, we want to pump Jasmine's head up, he's with
Right.
you, not them. He got two
Exactly.
jobs and he's bringing you home a check. He's coming to
Right.
sleep at home every night and he appears to be yours. Embrace that and own it and manage it, because if you don't
Hmm.
manage it, someone else is going to come get it, because at the end of the day, this guy went from being a zero coming over with probably shopping bags or garbage bags like Zolo, and this guy now has 2 jobs, a nice truck, and you know what I'm saying, and to someone out there who doesn't know Chris, he might look like a catch.
Yep.
Now to us, okay, but I'm saying to someone who does not know him, he's a thickums in the truck with 2 jobs. Girl,
Exactly.
that's someone's type all day. So Jasmine needs to understand, like, girl, you know, not that she needs to do anything special, but you need to be managing your relationship and not letting the internet manage your relationship. Like, I wouldn't be paying attention to anything anyone has to say. But Jasmine's over here worried about what everyone thinks, and that's how she's managing her relationship rather than letting y'all get a sneak peek. She's kind of judging what the internet says on how she moves with her man, and that's not going to work. But that we'll watch that play out. Girl, I can't really help her. She's got to grow up on her own. You know what I'm saying? That's something that everyone has to figure out. But men want to be needed. And
Exactly.
that conversation of I don't need you or I can do it by myself is basically men hear that as I don't want you.
Right. Like I
You know what I'm
have,
saying?
like when I had my 5-year-old, I realized then like he wasn't like my children's father wasn't going to help me with much of anything. So I had to take on that mindset of I can do it myself. Now, when people offered me help, sometimes I would take it, sometimes I didn't because I was in that mindset. I have to do this on my own because this is the bed that I made. Like I made this myself. Uh, but like I feel like for women, as like if you have a father that wants to be active, let them be active. Don't pull the child away just because of your feelings are hurt or you feel like you want to hurt them more than they hurt you because in the end it doesn't hurt anybody but the child and yourself.
Absolutely. Yes, children need if a child children need their family, period. Children need their
Mhm.
mother and father as long as they're available, and they need their family. They need to know whether you like auntie, whether you like your sister-in-law, whether you like your brother-in-law, whether you like the cousins and them. At the end of the day, kids need to know their family on both sides. As much family is available, they need to know those people because if one day,
Mhm.
God forbid, something happens to you, those might be the people taking care of your kid. And you
Exactly.
need to allow them the opportunity to live their life. And letting your kid live their life means letting them know who their people are. Because if you don't know who your people are, you won't know yourself. That's why Olivia
Exactly.
doesn't know herself because I mean,
She
my impression is she doesn't really know her father's side of her family,
she
and
doesn't.
I don't even know if they know her mother's side. But you know, I guess they spent a lot of time with Raquel's family. But getting to see your people, your aunts, uncles, grannies, great grannies, other people's neighbors, just having those experiences with your extended family really teaches you a lot about who you are and how to trust people. All of those things when mom leaves you, you know, for a day or comes back the afternoon and you've spent time with people that look like you, but they're not mommy and daddy. Yeah, that's a big deal.
And
Those are
honestly,
very
like
important relationships.
watching you guys as reactors gives like us as like single parents or just like women in general gives us advice that we wasn't like for me I don't really watch the mommies, I watch the reactors. So when I watch the reactors it may give me something that I was needing like a boost that I was needing for the next day or something because at the end of
Oh,
the day like for me as a single parent like I'm like okay well I have to get ready to get up. Like, so if I'm like missing a show, I'll listen to it while I'm at work or listen to it uh, at home while I'm doing the dishes or cooking or feeding my kids or something. It's just, it gives us a boost. It gives us the advice that we were looking for, like a big sister, an auntie, an aunt, whatever. It gives us that what we were, that we need. Like for me, it gives me what I need for my daily dose of affirmations throughout the day. Like if I want to listen to some ratchet stuff, I'll listen to Yanni. But it's just that they give like you guys give us something to look forward to. And I don't think that they honestly get it because they try to battle with you guys. If they would just work with you guys, I think that they'll be in a better state because if you look at it, you guys have helped me be a better parent to my
oh,
children
wow.
because I have sat down like I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me just give them more patience. Like my oldest son, he has autism, so when I watch a certain reactor that had like she has a son with autism, like you have to stop, you have to like give yourself more patience and more grace. When I say like
Absolutely.
I have sat down. I'm like, okay, well, what am I doing that's not right? Like it helped me understand, like, okay, you know what, Jazz, this situation is not right for you. Like I've been where Jazz is, I've been where Olivia is, and it's not cool and it's not good. Like at the end of the day, like I'm only 27, but honestly, like you guys have helped me grow up within the past maybe 9 months because I started watching all you guys when I was pregnant in the hospital, going back close to the hospital. So you guys helped me get through that dark time when I was away from my son and couldn't even see him because of COVID reasons, and I was in the hospital and I had
Mm,
nobody in there with me. Like that was the
wow.
loneliest time that I had, was being in the hospital without anybody, just my mother coming back and forth up there or my doula coming back and forth up there. So I was by myself, basically going back and forth to the hospital. So when I say like I'm grateful for all of you guys as reactors, I am, because
Oh, thank you.
I have grown up and you guys have shown me a different way. I'm even taking like your advice, trying to figure out how I'm gonna get my credit together so I can buy a house for my children. It's just certain stuff like that. You think about it, you just like, okay, I gotta get on my business. I gotta do what I have to do for my kids.
Yeah.
It's not a flex to have multiple kids and then asking people for um shoes, clothes, pampers, and everything
Okay.
else, and allowing people to buy your stuff. It's not a flex. A flex is having a house paid off, a car paid off, making sure your children have college funds. That's a flex. That's what I want to
Right.
do. That's a boss. That's boss move. Just saying, I have to get back in work, but I'm just saying thank you so
Well,
much for your time.
congratulations. I mean, I'm happy for you. Look, one day, even just today, you're already giving a testimony. You're going to have another testimony of what you've done, how far you've come. Now you can look back and wow, and just kind of wow yourself, because when you impress yourself, I mean, that's huge. So don't look to impress anyone but you. But trust me, once you're impressing you, everybody else is going to be in awe. So just keep doing what you do, keep putting one foot in front of the other, and just be woke to yourself. Be conscious of what you're doing and make sure that every move that you're making is the right one. And even if it's the wrong one, just have the awareness to, like, you know what? Let me pivot. Let me make that left when I was getting ready to make that right. And you see something not going right, you don't have to own it. You don't have to go fully commit to it. You can change course anytime. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy for you, and I'm happy to hear
Thank
things are
you.
going well for you. And don't forget, and keep checking in with us, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, you take care. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay, thank you. All right, bye-bye. Guys, what a beautiful young sis that we have. Isn't that wonderful? Wow, that took my breath away. Guys, at the end of the day, like, Liv, ain't nobody hating on you. Congratulations, you had your baby girl. I mean, at the girl, like I said, we need more boys, and so it sounds like you produced one, and we are happy. Little baby boy is here. Um, when you decide to show him to us, we will see him. But yeah, back to the videos from yesterday. I do not believe for 1 minute that Jafakin Cop was there. I think that she had the baby completely and totally by herself. And as we heard from the young sis, that is okay. She lived. She's happy. She's got her children. She's got her job. She's making it shake. She's doing all the things. There, Liv, if you chose to have your fourth baby alone, girl, that's your business. You don't have to tell stories for us. Okay. You don't have to tell us stories of what we already know, was that you were laying in the bed by yourself with your sister. I don't see no man. Okay. I don't see no man there. Okay. Um, so girl, that's your business. Okay. I bet $10,000. Girl, I would bet 10,000 pennies. Okay. The baby, we already know the baby is Chicago smart. Okay. We already know that. So don't even waste your dollars. Okay. Guys, I want to give you some let me see. Where else is this? Oh gosh. Do you think Olivia brought that robe to the hospital? Girl, Olivia, now that you have spilt your tea, what's next? Okay. Is it going to be the DNA battle with Zolo? Zolo, are you on your way? Are you leaving Chicago to go report for your DNA test? Have the DNA test, guys? Was this the night that Olivia was birthing in the hospital? This, this, that probably was it. She was moaning and groaning too much that night. Okay. I sense a paternity test in your future. Okay. My prediction is that there's going to be a paternity test. But she's saying the baby's name is AJ. Is it Arthur, Arnold, Archibald, Adrian, Aiden, Antonio, Anthony? Oh, Antoine, maybe? What do y'all think it is? That baby's always going to be Chicago smart to me. Okay. It's always going to be Chicago. Okay. Anyway, guys, all my callers today, you guys were awesome. Thank you for calling in. When your cup of tea is empty, I need tea. I ain't got no tea. So guys, back to what we were saying before. This is what I think. This is why did Liv come out with her birth story? Because she had no tea. She had no tea. She was fresh out of tea and she's busy taking care of the baby. Okay. Um, why? What's going on with Vita? Well, Key dropped that video and Olivia has to be queen bee. So Olivia wanted to make sure that all eyes were on her and they're going to go live. I wouldn't be surprised if Liv is holding the baby Ashton. Ashton, do you think she would give her baby a fancy name? Ashton is a very nice name. I don't know. Uh Olivia is all about the drama and she's all about the show. So if that is a wig that she has on, good for her. Nobody cares. At the end of the day, Alexander, at the end of the day, this is what I think. Um, what I would want to know is when I look back and I see all the hijinks, if I were a kid, I would want to know, like, Mom, why'd you keep me secret? Like, why was I a secret pregnancy? Well, son, you weren't a secret pregnancy. You were my fourth pregnancy. And people don't just make it as big of a deal on a fourth pregnancy. Oh, okay. But when I was born, why didn't you announce me to your 100,000 subscribers? Why didn't you tell people my name? Why didn't you at least like show me or whatever? Whatever. I mean, Olivia can do what she wants to do with her vlogging, show the baby, not show the baby. It's perfectly going to be fine no matter what. It's part of the show, guys. Like, how many times have we watched a show where, Olivia, this is what Olivia wants. Olivia wants to be treated like a real person, but she acts and puts on stunts and shows. Like, you want us to treat you like this is your real life, but you act like it's a soap opera. It's not even so much that you want us to treat you like a soap opera. You want us to treat you like this shit is real, but you act like it's a soap opera. Like, which one is it? Do you want it to be a soap opera, but you want us to remember that you're a real person behind this? Or do you want us to treat you as if that your reality is the soap opera? Like, which one is it, lady? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people out here confused. For me, you are a TV show. And that's how I don't care. Like, I don't know you. I don't even know if I would recognize you if I saw you in person. Like, it wouldn't make a difference to me. It's just a show on YouTube. So to think that people are more vested than they are, they're really not. I mean, congratulations, you had your baby. Me personally, I wasn't thinking otherwise. I mean, you're cut from that cloth. Like, for you to get pregnant by Zolo over a summer after meeting him on Plenty of Fish, girl, that's you all day. Like, I didn't doubt for a minute that you were pregnant. It just, the fact that you were doing the most and playing the most with everybody, that was what was problematic. But in terms of you getting knocked up by a dude you met on Plenty of Fish over a summer while your kids were visiting their dad in Texas, girl, that fits you to a T. Okay? Like, ain't nobody contesting that. You are cut from that cloth to get pregnant over a summer, over a 2-month relationship, and not have the baby in father in your life. That's, girl, that's okay. That's life. That's 2020. That's 2022. That's 2020. That's, that's what happens. People get pregnant. People have babies on their own. They do all those things. Okay. Um, you know what, Aisha? I don't think that she did it in a way to get herself, like, she didn't do what she needed. It wasn't giving, it's not giving what it's supposed to give for her to make it to 100,000. Guys, I'm going to come back later today. Um, I did some research, okay? Because you guys were asking questions and I had to get the answers, right? So I did some research on, I'm so glad you brought that up. Who was that? Aisha. I'm so glad you brought it up. Yesterday on this video, you guys brought up, why doesn't Keisha have her plaque? Does Jayla? I think Jayla has her plaque, doesn't she? I don't know. Someone was saying, why doesn't Keisha have her plaque? I don't know if she has 100K or a 500, half a million. But I did some research on YouTube about how to apply when they let you apply for your reward plaque, and what some of the stipulations are and what some of the stipulations could be, why they would turn you down, because it is an award and they have to check my DMs. I will. You have to submit an application just like you do for the YPP. Now, you don't have to be part of the YPP, which means you don't necessarily have to be a monetized channel to get a plaque, but they have to certify your subscribers. And there's a couple of different criteria that you have to meet to get your reward plaque. And just because you get one doesn't mean that you will get another. And just because you get one, they can strip you of it. So all of those things, right? So I actually did do the research. I've got some information. But guys, in this time, go ahead and congratulate one of our friends, someone that we love over here on BougieGang. Peyton last night, I don't know if it was last night or when it was exactly, but I was over there looking at her new video, girl, and Peyton hit 100K. Okay, girl, Peyton hit 100,000 last night, and I was like, girl, congratulations, girl, on your 100K. I haven't seen her talk about it at all. I don't know if she talked about it on Instagram. I don't know when it happened, but Peyton hit her 100K. And if you watch Peyton's channel, go over there, congratulate her, let her know, well done, well played. We see you, sis. We'll see you at 500,000. Keep it pushing. And that, her content is amazing. Okay. So I wanted to put that out there because you guys know I am on Notification Gang for Peyton's channel. I love her channel, and she really does inspire me as far as her editing is concerned. I think her editing is flawless. I love her editing style, and I think that she's a really great YouTuber. I think she has a knack for telling a wonderful story. Every week, I sit there from the beginning to the end, and I watch her complete video, whether it's 45 minutes or an hour and 15 minutes. I just spent more money than I would hate to admit, more money than I would like to admit, rather, on some stuff that I'm going to show you. I just bought a ton of perfume. Peyton has gotten me into my perfume. If Risa is still out here, Risa, I just bought a bunch of, which I already had some Jo Malone, but I just bought more Jo Malone. I bought myself a bottle of Maison Francaise. I didn't get the Baccarat 540. I got another one that I liked better. And what else did I get? I got the Zara Ebony Wood. Ebony Wood is $36, y'all. It smells like it's $350. It's amazing. So on the Zara website, I've got actually a high-low perfume haul for you guys, ranging from $35 to almost 300. Okay. But yeah, Peyton got me out here looking at perfumes. Okay. And it's fun because I do love perfume, but I'm glad to have gotten some new recommendations, and I'm loving it because I've been wearing the same things for a long time. And you know, I think she just has a great channel, and I like channels that get me curious and help me find new things. So she's a good channel. She really is, guys. And congratulate her, because it's no small feat making it to 500,000, excuse me, to 100,000, and she's on her way to 500,000. So anyway, guys, that's it on that. But yeah, back to Liv, girl. Congratulations, hun. You know, to me, it's unfortunate. Me personally, I think having a baby is one of the most amazing things that can ever happen to you. It's such a blessing. And me personally, as a grown woman, I wouldn't care what anyone has to say. Um, Even if the baby looks like a 2-month-old version of Zolo, girl, that's your business. That's who you laid down and had a baby with. So don't be shamed now. You know, that baby does not deserve to be kept in the dark because of your trifling ass, period. So I don't know. We'll see how this all plays out. I guess we're into like chapter 2 of the Liv's life drama, because the door has, to me, officially been closed with her and Gerard. If they're not divorced, they're all but divorced. She has had a new baby with a new man. The children are well into living with their dad's house. I guess they'll be home for the summer. So her interacting with the 3 kids along with the baby is going to be work. Um, and the fact that you had the baby by yourself, girl, we know that you're single mothering over there, and that's okay. It's okay for a lot of people. You make it okay for you. Stop being ashamed that you're over there having a baby by yourself, because the young sis called in with no shame in her game, and she had to do it herself by herself, and she did it, and she's thriving, and she's working, and she's happy, and she's all of those things. So own it. You laid down to make the baby. You got the baby. Own it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shamed now. Okay. Let's see what else you guys have to say. Girl, I hope Zolo gets his rights too. Zolo deserves to have his rights. He's a father, right? Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying. And then we gonna close this thing out. I pray Zolo can look, by hook or by crook, all he has to do is fill out a petition. Keisha used to have her 100,000 plaque and hung it up in the townhouse beauty room when she was going to Spelman. So did she lose it? Did someone steal it? Is it packed away? Was it revoked? I mean, what happened? I saw Donna. Donna is not missing. Donna is in the bushes. Hey, Donna, girl, don't forget to hit the like button, hun. I saw Donna. Nisi World went live. Taylor, good morning, boo boo. Good morning, everyone that came in. Monique, I think I saw Vicky Sweets, everybody, MJ John, Tony Toussaint. Good morning, everybody. Sprinkles of serotonin, everybody. Jasmine plus 3. Jasmine plus 3, that was you. I'm assuming, right? That was you. Who called in. Miss F Flowers, good morning, boo boo. One Upon a Twin Mom Life. Good morning, everybody who was here. KP Baby Daddy, everybody, good morning. Miss Donna was, if you go to Nisi's live, if it's still posted, I'm not sure. It wasn't this weekend when she was live with Miss True, but maybe a few days ago, maybe sometime. I'm not sure. The night that Nisi was playing some music, maybe it was Thursday or Friday night. Donna was in the live, and I spoke to Donna. I said, "What's up?" And she said, "Hello." And maybe she's just kind of trying to be out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, Donna was out here before she ever hooked up with Zolo. So if she wasn't one to be in the chats, she wasn't one to be in the chats. She might just enjoy being in the bushes anyway. Now, when Donna got into the lives, because that's how Zolo was running his channel, I'm assuming that maybe based on him being with the shits and him valuing his relationship, maybe he decided to ask Donna to pull back from the chats, because maybe that's not good for their relationship. I don't know. I mean, me personally, I have more respect for people preserving the sanctity of their relationship, if you want to hold on to it. Like, the ins and outs of everyone's relationship does not have to be on this internet. Like, you guys know, I have a whole entire vlog channel. The ins and outs of my relationship are not for sale. They are not monetized. You guys see I have a family. You guys see I love my family. You guys see I joke with my family. We have fun together. But me and my husband sitting and having a very deep personal conversation will probably never happen on this internet, right? It's not gonna like it's not part of the show. I show you guys gardening, cooking, fun stuff, shopping hauls, things like that. That's not part of the show. My relationship is not monetized. But people who want to monetize their relationships, that's up on them. But you see those relationships end up having problems because people start scrutinizing, right? So it's all in what you want to put up for sale. And maybe I'm just speculating the fact that she has pulled back from the chats and she has given, and they are not coupling up on this internet right now. Maybe she'll show up, mukbang, whatever, just like everybody else. But as far as being part of the show, as the relationship being part of the content, it's not a good idea. To me, it's not a good idea. But, not every relationship can withstand that. Some relationships can, but a lot of people can't because it's a lot of scrutiny and nobody likes people talking about their loved one. So, not saying that that's what happened with Donna, but I think that certain aspects, like the fullness of people can see you in a relationship, people can see your spouse, people can enjoy some laughs and hee hee ha ha's. But in terms of getting the details, the deets, um, you can see that a lot of people pull back. Like I've told you about another great recommendation. There's a doctor, her name's Dr. Christina Brawley. She's an anesthesiologist in Houston, and her husband is a orthopedic surgeon. Her husband used to vlog a little bit some years ago. And I'm talking years ago, but I think she realized she didn't like the scrutiny on her husband, and she pulled that camera up because the channel is called Christina Brawley. It's not called the Brawleys. It's not called Dr. and Dr. Brawley. It's called Christina Brawley. So she talks about tech, she talks about medicine, she talks about motherhood, she talks about lots of different stuff. But at the end of the day, you see her husband, she's married. You see him in the kitchen making food, you see them going on vacation, but the camera is on her. She's doing the talking. Even if he talks every blue moon, it's a mom-centered channel. It's not a family channel. It's not a couple channel. It's not a kitty channel. It's a mommy channel who has a family that she lives with. Okay, so that's just my point. Yes, keep some things private. Absolutely. Like Jasmine allowing for Hips to be ridiculed in the way he is, that's all her fault. The fact that people give Hips a hard time, that's all Jasmine's fault. Jasmine has put him out like a damn turkey on Thanksgiving. And that's her business. If that's what she wants to do and she can take it, girl, go for it. But Hips might get tired of being called Hips. Hips might get tired of being called Thickums. Hips might get tired of being called a cheater. He might get tired of all of those things. And at the end of the day, Jasmine, this will be a whole nother topic of conversation. Maybe we talk about this tomorrow. Jasmine has put her family up for sale. Jasmine has monetized her children. Jasmine uses her kids for content. Jasmine uses her man for content. Jasmine uses herself for content. Jasmine used her mother in the hospital for content. Everything is up for grabs with Jasmine. And if you live in Jasmine's life, Olivia, if I were you, Olivia, if you're listening, girl, excuse me, I'm sorry. I would not be surprised if, and this is some sneaky YouTube stuff, but I would not be surprised because Olivia to me is just that type. Or Jasmine is just that type. Jasmine is sneaky. Jasmine was sitting there dropping all of Strong Mommy Chrissy's tea to Olivia, okay? Because there's no way that Olivia could have been as well versed on all of Strong Mommy Chrissy's tea over just a day or two. I would not be surprised if if you're FaceTiming with Jasmine, that Jasmine has caught a screenshot of the baby. It wouldn't surprise me because Jasmine just seems cut from that cloth. Okay. I don't care what anyone says about Jasmine. Jasmine is sneaky AF, and I wouldn't be surprised. And that's it, and that's all. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. Okay. You guys have a great day. We'll talk more. But I will come with the receipts and the details on how and when YouTube will certify a award of 100,000, 500,000, a million, and when they decide not to, what type of infractions, how you qualify, and what infractions make you not qualify, and also the stipulations on when they can pull your plaque. So I know some of you guys in my comments was asking why certain people don't have plaques. I don't know. All we can do is speculate, but I got the rules, guys. Okay. I've got all that information and we will talk about that next time. Okay.